If you're looking for something easy and fun to draw, then you're in the right place, my friends, because in today's video, we're having fun drawing stick people in all sorts of fun postures. So let's get started. Welcome back, friends. My name is Anita, and on this channel we draw doodles and make other beginner-friendly art that anyone can follow along. And today we're drawing stick people. So lately I've been having a blast drawing stick people in all sorts of fun postures. So I thought I'd come here and share my process with you guys. Firstly, I'm using this fine liner called Artline nib size 0.6 for our drawings today. I like the thick bold lines that it makes the drawings come to life. Okay, next let's talk proportions for our stick people. We start with an oval head. Then we draw the torso that is roughly 2.5 times the length of the head. So we're gonna draw the torso in the shape of a rectangle, roughly. And the legs are also 2.5 heads. For the feet, you can just draw like tiny triangles. The arms come all the way down and sit just below the hips. And for the hands, we draw them just like mittens. Or you can leave them as ovals as well. So I'll add some quick labeling here. That's our torso there and our legs here, each about 2.5 heads. And we're ready to start drawing now. Now you can always start with a pencil sketch first beforehand, like I'm doing here. And as you become more and more confident, you can go in directly with your pen. We're starting with some basic postures and gradually going to move over to more fun postures. So this guy here, he's standing with his arms by his side, just going over in pen over the pencil guidelines. Alright, our next guy is a walking guy and we're sort of looking at his side profile. So I'm going to slant the shoulders a little bit. We're going to start using the joints to our advantage and we're going to bend the knees here. So it looks like he's walking up a hill. Next, let's try drawing someone who's sitting on a block. So we're gonna bend both of his legs at the knees here. So it looks like he's sitting. And the arms can be somewhere by his side, resting on the block or on the knees. There. Okay, next one, running guy. So we're gonna try and show some action or some movement here with some directional lines. So his elbows are bent and his knees are bent, and we're gonna add some directional lines just like so. Probably we can also draw the path that he's running. The dotted lines show what's to come. So next one here is someone who's jumping up into the air. So again, we'll add some effect lines. They're called over here under the feet. It looks like the guy is jumping. And maybe a fall after our jump, not so pleasant. So we're gonna have arms in the air and this guy is smashing onto the floor, and there's some effect lines to show that he's just landed with his bottom on the floor. Ouch! Next, how about drawing someone who's relaxing on his back, perhaps sunbathing. So he's got one of his legs bent and both his arms are resting underneath his head, or perhaps the head is resting on his hands. So I might actually start giving some of my figures some hair and a few other features to take them just to that next level towards more realistic looking people. For the next few people, I'm gonna try and draw them in a few different yoga postures. I found that it's a lot of fun trying to draw them in these positions. You can look at yourself doing a few yoga postures in the mirror and try and draw them, or you can look up a few postures online and try to draw them in the form of stick figures. So for this figure of ours, I'm also trying to draw in some clothes and see how it turns out. It's not looking bad so far. So this lady of ours has her palms together over her head, and I'm gonna give her nice little hair, maybe a bun on top, That's one of my favorite ways to draw the hair. Some dots for the eyes and the mouth. So our next one is a person in what's called the warrior pose. So we've got one knee bent and the other leg straight behind, and the arms are in the air above her head. So just trying to draw that in pen over our pencil guidelines. So basically what I've been doing for these last few figures is starting with the stick figure guideline and adding some flesh around the structure to make them look that just one step closer to like real people. But I won't deviate too far away from stick figures. I mean, that's what this tutorial or this video was about. So from the next figure onwards, we're just gonna go back to more, the more basic stick people. So this guy here, or this lady here, is in the down dog position. Was fun drawing this as well. Alright, so far we've been trying to show different kinds of actions through our stick figures, but for the next person we're gonna have a play with emotions by trying to draw an angry person. So he's got his hands on his waist. We can show some steam blowing off his ears, maybe some thunderbolt symbols over his head. If that's not enough, we can also draw some eyebrows just like so to show an angry person. So that's a fun way of trying to depict emotions through stick people. But let's finish off on a happy note and draw this dancing lady. Perhaps she's wearing a beautiful tutu skirt, maybe doing a ballet pose. And there's our dancing lady. And that's it, my friends. That was a lot of fun drawing all these stick people for you guys. I hope you give them a try. A lot of fun. And let me know how you go. And I'll see you next time.